Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bee Show, the human experience. And we are back with another enticing episode. As usual, my name is Bright George. I'm the host for this show. And guess what? I'm not alone, of course. My co host is here.
Hello, everyone. I'm Glory John. Welcome to the B Show. I hope you'd enjoy this amazing episode that we have. And we are not alone.
Of course, we are not alone. We are here with a very beautiful guest. And I am so happy that she is here. Okay, so let's go in and introduce our beautiful guest. Hello, Mercy.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Pride and Glory.
Hi, Mercy.
Hi.
All right, Mercy, you're welcome to our show. How do you feel, to be here today?
I feel good. I feel excited.
That's Mercy, of course, Mercy. And I'm so happy that you're here because, having a genius like you is something I've been looking forward to as well. So, Mercy, let's go into marriage improper. I don't know why you've been smiling or whatever this smile is about. I think everybody is going to hear today. Why you they smile, Mercy? First of all, why you they smile? Let me even start by asking. There's this verse in the Bible where God say women should be submissive to their husbands, right? So from the biblical aspect, being submissive, can you throw more light on that? What do you think is being submissive?
Okay. Talking about submission, being submissive. The Bible made us to understand that God is the head of the church, just like the husband is the head of the wife.
Yeah.
And then by being the head, I also understand that the head cannot function without the neck.
Okay.
So the wife is seen as the neck, while the man is the
head.
And in as much as you are the head of the family, that does not mean that you should suffocate the neck. Yes. That's recently you've had series of domestic violence that has led to death. And then you wonder what is really happening. Let me tell you something. Now, when you try to squeeze your wife into a bottle because of your ego, because you want to be the man,
Okay.
that woman tries to breathe. And in the process of trying to breathe, you begin to see it as if she's not
Submissive, yes,
And the day she finally comes out of that bottle, man, you might not like the outcome because she automatically becomes something else.
I bet you.
Women endure a lot.
Yes.
If you've seen a woman who is in labor, you will understand that the woman or the female have been built in a way by God to endure pain. They have this lasting limit that a woman can keep enduring, keep you whatever you dish out to her, she takes it back and then she turns it and then she, tries to take it in. If you've, like I said, if you've gone to a labor ward before, then you would understand that the pain of labor is better. You can't explain it. It's better felt than explained.
Okay.
Only somebody who has gone through that pain is able to explain it. You might not really understand how it feels like because each pain is different at each stage from 1 to the very last 10. Dilation.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of pain. I don't want to talk about the process of pushing and all of that. That's why some men might not be able to stand their wife in labor. So a woman has that patience until you push her to a limit where she cannot hold it anymore.
Yeah.
Then you tend to see the other side of her, which you might not like, and you will not tend to see it as she's not submissive, she's being stubborn, she's being disobedient. But I tell you one thing, I talked about my parents. They had this love for each other.
Yeah.
If there is anything I loved about my father, is the fact that he does not joke with my mom. You dare not talk to my mom rudely in public, no matter who you are. If you must come to our house, you have to inform. In fact, if you want to get something from my dad, the best person to pass through is my mother. It's very easy. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. And they have this bond. I watch them eat together.
Okay.
My mother will not eat except my father comes back. No matter how long it will take for him to come back, she will keep the food till he comes back. And it will also make me stay awake because definitely I want to eat my father's meat. And that's yes. They would always give me meat. So I want to stay back and then join them to eat. So submission comes automatically when you love your wife. You discover that any family that there is peace, that there is love, You don't even your wife automatically becomes your friend. And in that process, you don't have to start forcing
the respect. Yes.
It comes naturally. You see her singing your praises every time. So when you see where a man is trying to force submission, already there is a problem.
Yeah.
You can be just like respect. You don't force respect on anybody.
Yes.
You
Respect
when you
is
carry,
very
that's how you carry yourself, and then you command respect.
That's true.
Even people that are older than you tend to give you that, accord you that respect.
That's true.
So it's not rocket science.
Okay.
You don't force submission on
So
anybody.
we have this particular phase of men that will say, if you are, loving your wife that much, like you said, everything has to pass through your mom before you can even get it to your dad. Some men will say, he's a simp. That word. Please, just let me
When I
get
hear
that back.
people use the word simp,
Yeah.
I look at them and I see ego.
Mm.
When someone has so much ego at work, you want to be a man.
I mean, normally they are egoistic.
God has put it in them, but why God has put it in you as a man? One thing you should do is to learn to control it. God created man, and when he saw that man was lonely, he knew that something was missing. Even after he had created animals, created the trees and everything, and he said, "What should I do?" And he said, "Oh, there is no Eve. You should probably get an."
And that was when we came in.
And that's where he brought in the.
So we now
there's something missing.
Yes.
Like I said,
at some point we are important than water.
God,
for a man and a woman, we
life.
complement. You are complementing each other. It's complementary.
Yes.
Now, as a man, you cannot stay without a woman. Vice versa. Now, the only thing you have to do is to bring down that ego, so that you can be able to work together. The Bible says that can two work together
except they agree.
Yes. If you do not agree, when you let your ego take the better part of you, it's not simple that you, as a man, look at your wife. You know that she's wrong. She has done something wrong. And you say, "Oh, baby, this thing you've done is not good. You would have done it this way." And she looks at it and she knows actually that this thing that she has done is wrong. The approach.
Thank you.
You're using, telling her.
Yeah.
If she's somebody that is sensible.
Yes.
If she's somebody that wants to keep her home, she would readjust.
Yes. Except
for a few women who try, because in as much as we have good women, we also have women that decide that they don't just want to listen. Now, I will take myself for example. I'm a very stubborn person.
Okay.
Yes. I won't dispute that fact, because it's like raising up everything that's happened to me. I sometimes use that as a defense mechanism.
Okay.
Now, before you can come to me, get to know the inner me, that most times when I show it, people tend to, capitalize on that to hurt me.
Okay.
People tend to use that as they take it for granted, because there's a part that I don't like to show.
Okay.
I'm a very soft person.
Okay.
But if you see me, you might think that
so
I'm very, very tough.
Yeah.
Very, very hard.
You have,
because I have to set boundaries.
Of course.
So that you don't hurt me, because I know I have things I've set to achieve. If anything happens to me today, I have seen my siblings who would suffer, including my daughter. I have a daughter who is about 2 years, 4 months.
I could see the expression from your
so
childbirth to
most times when you try to open up, people tend to take it for granted. The experience I had from my marriage, my previous marriage, which didn't last up to 2 years, because I opened up, and then he capitalized on that to hurt me, and he said a lot of things, and I am like, where did I go wrong? Because most times I discover that most men, a lot of men, or some men, let me say, some men do not love or appreciate good women who are supportive, women who show themselves, okay, this is who I am, this is what I want from you, this is how we should be, this is how I am complimenting, this is how I want us to go together. They don't like it.
I feel if you're not ready, to go hand in hand, you understand? Like she quoted, can two work together except they agree. If you're not ready to work together as partners, I mean, why go into this marriage thing in the first place?
Yeah, and another thing is the motive. Okay. A lot of men get married with the wrong motive. I'll take my case for
Example.
for instance. When I met him, he was a family friend. They were my family friends. And they watched everything that had happened to me. They saw it. It's not as if they were informed. They saw it. So when he came into the picture, I was like, oh fine, this is somebody that knows my experience, everything that's happened. I didn't see that he would want to hurt me or he would want to do something that would try to break me.
Yeah.
But then I was wrong because I was just looking at the physical person. I didn't know the inside, the heart. I couldn't, because it's only God that knows the heart of man. Knows the heart of man. You don't know. You never can tell. Marriage is the only institution that you're giving a certificate even before you graduate, and nobody graduates from marriage because every day you begin to see new things, new chapters open, and you're like, whoa, really? Did I really get into this thing with my two eyes open? And so when I start seeing some of the things he was showing, because on this other end, I am like, okay, this is my partner. We are one. I am here to support you. I'm here to see you grow. On this other end, he's like, no, everything you want to do, I want to see you down. I want to pull you down. You shouldn't work again. Your boss should sack you. He went as far as telling my boss to, he doesn't want me to work there again, and all of that should come back. And this is somebody that we had an agreement before going into. Yes, we had a lot of agreements, and he told me his dad wanted him to come over to Akwa Ibom and all of that. And I was like, okay, fine. You can establish a shop here while you try to, come over. Yeah. I would take care of it. I even started making contacts for people to help him. And then after everything, he now came up with the fact that he's the man of the house. He has to tell me what to do.
Do you feel he was threatened because you had something doing? Yeah. Yes. Because some men cannot stand it when their women are.
Why would you be threatened in the first place? I think one of the things he had was inferiority complex. Okay. Whatever that was, yes. He felt intimidated by my success.
That's the word.
Because most times he would tell me, you're too smart for my liking. I don't like people who are too smart. And sometimes he told me a lot of things which I wouldn't want to say.
Please. Okay, I wouldn't want to judge you right now. But do you also think that women who have more than men have a great attitude with the men that they have?
Having more than men, if you want to take it by from my own angle, I didn't have more than him. Okay. Because I was just working
like a normal human life.
My normal life.
I beg, so the person not go work again, guys.
You understand? This is me trying to get to the peak of my career. I just started working. This is 3 years after I had finished my my university, and I had gone for service, and I'm trying to make ends meet.
Why should you be threatened with that?
And you're threatened. Why are you threatened?
Why?
And from this same source, I have tried to link you up with people who you have, made outfits for as a fashion designer. And even from the little I had, I was able to set up his shop for him, where he was. I wouldn't want to go into details about that. But at each point, it was me supporting him, and the other end, he was pulling me down.
I mean, that's crazy. This.
And he lies a lot to the extent that you can sit down here and he will cook up things and and tell them. I can sit here now and he will cook up stories that you are in Port Harcourt. A friend told me he saw you in Port Harcourt, and then he will call my family members and tell them they saw me in Port Harcourt.
That is, yes, that's
and the truth is that I've not even
given him a reason.
I've not even crossed. I've not even gone to the park. Talk about it. I've not been to Port Harcourt in the last 5 years. And then he came up with the story that I made. And he actually paid his transport, went to my uncle's house in Umuahia with evidence to go and tell them. And when he got there, they dealt with him shamefully left.
So did not go to the park.
I didn't even, because
you get some guys this way when I talk about me. I'm sure.
And it was not bad. And my neighbors that he called to tell, my neighbors told him, we saw her this morning. If she went to the park, we are not aware because she just left some minutes ago.
Called your neighbors, went to see
my friend, everybody.
This is terrible.
So it was more of him cooking up things in his head. And this happened after This happened after he cheated.
This man was insecure. He was insecure. He was a cheat. He was what else?
Personality disorder, because why are you imagining something and
disorder.
acting on it?
You don't really. I don't know how, because sometimes he will tell you he's being manipulated. Whoever was.
He was a manipulator.
I don't know.
How many
Because
figures in one person? Only
He will tell you.
I
Imagine,
need a
you know,
trophy.
when he tries to talk to his friends to call you and ask you out to see if you will fall.
This is
Oh my God,
guys.
no,
You see,
And then when he flops, he calls to tell you, you are very lucky.
yeah.
I was trying. It's that serious. And this is your wife. I'm not talking about relationship.
I'm sorry, guys.
Like, you give your friends
Stage
the number
management
of
is
your
your
wife
wife. Your
to
wife.
call her to
Where
see
you
if
matching.
she would fall.
Damn it.
Just because you cheated on her, you got a girl pregnant.
and maybe you
and
want it to be
You did not hear.
the girl, yes, the girl had to, call me, and because he told the
Girl had
girl
to
he was
call
not
you.
married, and then when the girl realized he was married, she had to look for me on Facebook and message me. I forgave him because I don't really count that as
What?
really something that I forgave him, because I created that room that even if he cheats or whatever, I was going to forgive. But there's something that I would never forgive, and that is domestic violence. From the very day he hit me and I slumped, yes, he did hit me and I slumped.
Okay, wait.
4 months
Gee.
postpartum.
This guy
Hold
just
on.
saw an abuse.
Yes,
Let's not
that was when I lost every feeling I had for him.
That's like
In
20
fact,
in one human.
If
That's why I said personality
he-
disorder.
if he comes close to me, I had this pain in my
Hatred.
heart. I had so much hatred.
Bitterness.
I could kill him.
Yeah.
It got
Okay.
that bad that even this ground he walked on irritated me. Yes, I didn't let him touch me again, and a lot of things that he did, Then when he started telling me things like, I would kill you and nobody will call you. I would do this to you. You don't have.
Was he
anybody."
educated? Did he go to school?
He stopped. He didn't go to university, so he was not a graduate yet.
Because I'm trying to understand where this attribute is coming
That
from.
is one thing I would love to say. Before they always say,
School and scam.
school is not even about school being scam.
Okay.
It's not about education, so long as the person. No, education has
Exposure,
a part.
yes.
Exposure. Education has a part to play, has a role to play, because it's when you are not when you're not operating on the same frequency with somebody. There is this exposure and level of reasoning and understanding.
That's true.
Because I'm a communicator. I studied communication art in school, and I was told in school that in as much as you're communicating, when the other person does not understand what you're saying, that means communication has not taken place. You can only say that communication has taken place when there is a feedback, and that feedback aligns with the message that was sent initially. Then you say that communication has taken place. When you are saying A and some other person at this side is saying like letter B, C, or far away from to Z, then it becomes a problem. You are not on the same frequency. You have this misunderstanding. Yes. Seriously, so it becomes a problem.
I feel another thing he lacked was the educational side. Because if he was that exposed, you understand? I feel this 20 in 1 would have been reduced to probably 5 in 1. Because I can't cope with, oh my God. Okay, so you see, human beings, men, you guys need to do better, please.
I mean, last week we're happy with the men who this week was
this week things don't spoil for now. I don't do anything.
But then when you say it's not everybody who did not go to the four walls, who did not go through the 4 walls of university that lack this exposure. Some people also go to school.
Yes, that's true.
So it's a two-way thing. I have an
true.
uncle who didn't go to university, but you would never know because he
Very
has
composed.
built himself. He has studied on his own, and he's very composed. He doesn't you won't know. So that was the yardstick I was using, not knowing that on this
okay, that was what made you to.
I didn't bother. I didn't see that as a problem because anybody can further. The plan was to, as time goes on, make him further.
The fact that you were willing to do all this, and even forgave him while he treated and got another woman. Oh no! I didn't. The child did not come in place with. the woman was in the process of bringing the baby, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Did
the baby did not come.
Made the baby not come
The
first.
baby did not come. Whatever she did with it, that is her choice. Because
Okay.
it was because of that she
Sorry,
she
guys,
got
I've classed
upset.
again.
So
Because she did not even know this man is
she
married.
did not know.
She just started cheating like
Ah.
this.
And then I had evidence because after I had confronted him with it and he denied it,
Of course, they
he
will
called
deny.
the girl. He swore by everything he knew, all the that he does not know anything about. So
He don't know.
when he called the girl told me he was calling her, and I said, "Okay, record the call." So today I still have the conversation in my phone. The conversation they had
With the
where
girl.
he was promising her heaven and earth, how he's going to do it. Because when the girl told me, he told me that that is a prank, that the girl was trying to play a prank on me, that it was his ex-girlfriend that sent the girl and all of that. So he told the girl to call me and tell me it was a prank. So I had to send the whole thing to people when it got intense, when he kept denying it and trying to, he actually turned it against me that I was the one that was trying to set him up. Yes, that's how he could be. So at that point, I had to send the audio to family so that they could also listen to it and see what was happening. He was always trying to make me look. The first thing he did was trying to break me emotionally. He tried to make me feel less of myself. He tried to play down on, how do I even put it? He tried to, yes, he tried to manipulate me. Not even my past. He's trying to break me. Okay, you don't have anybody. Nobody will come through for you. If this happens, people will mock you, because that is the first thing they try to do. For someone that they try to break you.
For somebody that is my husband. Please,
My
what are we
husband
doing
tries to
inside
break
here?
you.
What?
So that at the end of the day, you just have to stay.
Mercy, at what point did you decide that
You
are
are
done?
because everything is long.
At that point where after he did everything he did, my sister fell ill in the process.
Okay.
That was when the sickness started. So one of those days, he called me in the morning. We didn't have a fight. We didn't quarrel. Nothing happened. And he said to me, "There's something I want to tell." I said, "Okay, I'm listening." And he said, "I don't love you.
What?
I married you out of pity."
Jesus.
And I put it on speaker. And I asked him to read. My sister was lying down next to me. My daughter was there. She was sleeping.
His daughter too.
God,
yes.
That is his daughter.
And he said it again. I told him, okay. And I ended the call. And I called my uncle. And I told my uncle, this is what he said. And they invited him over. And when he got there, okay, he refused to come when they invited him. He said that they are not my parents. So I said, okay, that was the very day that I made up my mind. And I was like, no, Mercy, you can't do this anymore.
You can't.
No matter what anybody has to say, no matter what they think at this point, you cannot continue being, because it's now obvious why he said that I didn't want to give birth like every other person. I wanted him to spend money. That was why I gave birth through CS. This was after 48 hours of labor trying to push him. He was nowhere to be found. He was nowhere to be found. And I had to, call my boss, who came and made the first deposit. And later I paid the remaining balance of the hospital fees. And he did not, apart from the 20,000 he gave, out of over 300,000 plus. So when he said that to my auntie, that I didn't want to give birth like every other woman, I wanted to give birth through CS so that I would make him spend money.
Oh, how much did he not spend? I don't. Why is it that I'm holding myself here?
Like,
I don't want to go into this guy.
So it was a lot. It was a lot of things that he did. And I kept forgiving. And I looked at myself that very morning. I said, no. Now I know where all of this is coming from. Whatever it is he felt, he saw, probably because of where I was working. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to just assume things. But
whatever it is,
the motive from the first instance was not pure. While I was coming to him with a pure heart, somebody I wanted to go with. On this other part, he had a lot of sinister motives that I am yet to discover, because I would not understand.
You didn't even need to wait to discover those motives.
Why he doesn't take care of his daughter and a lot of things. I don't want to go into that because I already made up my mind that, okay,
It's
this is
gone.
my daughter. I want to take care of her. I will take care of her no matter what it takes. I will make sure I give her the best of education and take care of her. Whatever she's going to need, I'm going to ensure that. That's why I keep working hard every single day. So I am not begging him to come and take responsibility or whatever. I don't care if he decides to, if he doesn't want to. It's left for him and he's gone. Because already I had forgiven him whatever it is he did to me.
And you've
I
moved
wish
on.
him well and
you've
I've moved on. That's
Beautiful.
just it. But then I would have to be very careful and
That's
intentional.
yes.
Yeah.
You
Whoever
have
I
to.
am going to finally maybe end up with in the future, man, you have to prove beyond every reasonable doubt that you are worth
Guy,
it.
you have
Because
to.
I have seen a lot.
Yes.
And I am
I
not
mean,
ready to
only Mercy went
go
through that
through
tough
that.
background. The marriage come,
Go
the
through
guys
that.
is gone. You know, and then there's this one that they say love is blind, marriage is the eye opener. Nine be this.
Open your eyes.
Nine be this.
Because you're sleeping and waking up with this person every day. You have to
Like,
figure
and you
out
have
a
this
whole
kind
lot.
of dark heart for this person. Man, you guys need to do better out there. All right, Mercy, let's go into 2 minutes with B. It's a game time. Let's crack your brain small.
Please,
Let's take
relieve this
let's
emotional
relieve
tension.
this man, this manipulator, this cheat.
Cheats everything, insecure man. Ah.
All right, guys. So, Mercy, what do you do when the salary drop first? You have just 5 seconds to answer that.
One.
What do I do when my salary
Yes.
drops?
Two.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Three.
save money for my
4.
bills, my NEPA bills.
5.
Save money as bills.
Okay. She tried
money
it. That. Okay, so you name an artist that starts with an artist that starts with alphabet L. 5 seconds.
L.
1.
Ah,
2.
Guy, you know they count 5 seconds.
4.
See they
5.
Okay, Messi didn't get that one. 1 point for me, half for you, because you know count well. You know you like that one.
No,
Okay, Mercy. Okay, let's go into another one. Let's go into another one. Let's go into another one. Which one will I give Mercy now that will shake her small? All right, Mercy. Fill in the blank words. M dash E dash C dash Y.
1, 2,
money.
3, 4, 5. You
Was
like
it?
money? You don't even forget
Your
your
name! It was your name, girl. You see, it's money. Mrs. I on the back. She forgot her name because that was actually meant for her name.
Yeah.
And she didn't get that. Okay, Messi. That was nice. I have one of that. Okay, let me ask her the final one. After this one now. Messi, I will collect all your money that is inside your bag. And we go again. Final one. What do you do when you're inside the restroom and there's no toilet paper?
1, 2.
I always
3,
have toilet
4,
paper.
5.
What if there is no toilet paper?
I use water.
Somebody said I watched when I asked one of my friends before now. She was like, there is wall. I said,
I use water.
There is a wall.
I guess what's your advice out there to the young ladies that are coming up, intending to get married, the ones already inside the marriage, and what's your very little advice to men? Just very little, and then focus on the women.
For the ladies, don't lose yourself.
Yes.
That is number one thing. While you're loving, while you're there to love, and you're loving and feeling head over heels. Someone told me last night, he said, while you're loving, use your head and your heart at the same time. So that when you notice that your heart is pushing you to where you're not, you just switch to your head. Yeah. So while you're loving, learn to develop yourself so that in case somebody's son decides to do you anyhow,
you said
you can
collect yourself.
Get back at your feet
do lemonade.
You use the lemon
and do lemonade,
and
guys.
find your square root as soon as possible.
Square root.
Because most times some of them stay because they cannot take care of themselves when they leave.
Okay.
I know the bills I take care of almost on a monthly basis, and then I have to work for it. Yes. When you decide that you want to leave, first of all, try and know what you're good at and then focus on that thing. Make your money yourself so that nobody, no son of man. I always tell people that say they want to be one dogu. I always say them, no, I don't want to be Nwanyi Odogu. I want to be Odogu herself, so that then later I can be Nwanyi Odogu, so that when I
Thank
know
you.
the Odogu is Odogu square.
Yeah, Odogu rest
So
part two.
when you only want to be Nwanyi Odogu, it becomes a problem. That even if they are killing you there,
You
don't
have
want
to stay
you
because if
just
you
have
want to
stay
be
because you want to keep
Nwanyi
answering Nwanyi Odogu. Okay, fine. To the men, please, women are fragile beings.
please.
God
like
created
me.
women to be fragile. They endure pains, yes, but while they are there, please love them. If for any reason you're tired of loving her, you feel that you don't want her again, she's getting on your last nerves, please send her back to her family members. Even if you catch her cheating on you, please return her to where you picked her from. Just one day, wake up one morning, tell her, okay, I want to take you somewhere, pack her things, take her there. Please don't return her in a small box.
And don't see her in
Don't-
Port Harcourt.
Don't return her in a small box back to her parents, please. Yes. A lot of cases, there is a lot of cases of domestic violence, and it happens both ways. Let's not forget, it happens both ways. So
Yeah.
some men might not speak up because men most
Raised
times, yes,
to be
to endure pain, take it in. They don't talk. When you try to talk, they see maybe you're
As a weak,
or
yeah,
weak. No, you don't have to be. Everybody has feelings. Learn to express your feelings. If
Of
for any
course.
reason somebody does something bad to you, please voice out. Don't die in silence. We don't want to keep seeing justice for this,
and all
justice
these
for that.
domestic
It's
issues.
becoming
Rampant.
too much on a daily
Too much.
basis. In fact, between January and now, I can count over
How many?
6-7 experiences.
More.
Please, if you're tired of yourselves, please walk
Just
away.
space.
Space.
Or
Give
you
yourself
just walk
just
away.
if you can, even if you don't want to divorce for the time, you can just go your separate ways.
And then
Please.
think.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, guys,
It's
we
been
have
a
come to the
wonderful time with
Mercy, I'm so
Yes.
happy that you are here. You have taught me a whole lot. I don't even have to go into that, guys. All right, we're signing out now, and don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook channel. I've been a channel. I've been a
page,
Facebook page, and then YouTube
everyone,
channel. The link will be
Insta.
dropped in the comment section. All right, guys, I still remain your favorite host, B, and then my co-host is here.
Glory.
All right, guys, we'll see you guys next week Sunday. Bye.
Bye.